did a query and you can narrow down your data. For example, let me show you. I have some log files.
No, is there any connection with the Linux?
With a Linux, whatever connection you have.
No, with Splunk. We have to learn Linux.
No, actually not. For if you are just working as an end user or you're just performing queries, you don't need to learn Splunk, Linux. But if you're working as an admin, I would say yes.
Okay.
For as a prerequisite, what I will tell you is there is one knowledge that you would need. That is regular expression or regex. Let me type it here. Regex or regular. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So this is what you need. I just wrote it here because I used it as an notepad, but you need this. So I have some data already here. Let me see if I can find out error. Just error. Let's see if I have anything for error. It is searching. It is parsing the job. It is searching. So here you can see this bar will tell you whether or not it's still working or it has found out anything. It says 52 of 52 events match. I mean, even in the events, I see 52. It should have come by now. The data should have come by now, but my machine is little slow. Yeah, there it is. You see?
Yeah.
These are the log data. And I just searched for error. It showed me this. Now, you don't have to go to the detail. You don't have to identify what type of error it is, and how it is related, what it is doing, where it is coming from. Don't worry about that. Just we will get into this detail once we start the process. But right now, yes, this is and you can see how fast it is reading. So you can see in a couple of seconds it has read 66 matches. It has found out 66,831 matches.
Okay.
You can see how fast it is. Even though my machine is slow, still it is faster. So you can imagine how fast it can do in your system. This total stuff, my machine is like a total stuff with things, and it's pretty slow, pretty old. So that's why it's taking this much of time. But you can see it has already finished the job, but because of the slowness, it's taking time. It will finish it quick. So this is how things work here. So with this, I'll take a pause and I'll open the forum for your questions. In case you have any question, you can tell me. You can ask me right now.
Normally, this Splunk, where they gonna use normally?
You can use it anywhere. So it's a BI tool. Honestly speaking, it's a analytic tool. I wouldn't call it a database. I wouldn't call it an index app. What I'll do is I'll prefer it a BI tool, business intelligence. So here, and also a business intelligence tool that can handle machine data or that can handle the log files. So here you can see that from these events, you can, since it is searching for the particular word, you can check what is the occurrence, and here you can also change the time. You can search for how much data and how much what is the time duration you want to know. And then you can create alerts, dashboards, event types, and all. So it's a monitoring tool. It's an analytic tool. It's also data reporting tool, but not as effective. While it comes to reporting, not as effective as a ClickView or TabView, but still its reporting is not bad. So now you're coming to your usage, right? I gave you a couple of examples where you can use it. One is in application development. While you're developing an application, you can check the log files. So wherever you need the log files to be checked, you can use Splunk. Anywhere, any scan system you think of, and you need the logs to be checked, you can use
Yeah,
it.
yeah, main thing we can store the data, right?
Yeah, you can store the data, but again, like I said, you should not store it forever, and it is not a good practice. So use just store it for initially, depend on the requirement though, but still I would say store it for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. But normally more than 1 year I wouldn't suggest unless it's a very critical data for you. And if it's a critical data, I'd say archive it.
Is there will be any data limit or
So was that your voice is very clear.
is there will be any daily limit for storing
Somehow
the data?
I'm still not here. Can you do me a favor? Can you write it down in the chat so that we can all see? Can you write down a question here in the chat in the Google meeting
Yeah.
chat? So somehow during the disturbance, I cannot hear you properly.
Uh,
Just write down the question. I'll answer it.
Uh,
Any other question? Anybody else?
yeah, I have one question.
Sure.
You said that after some time the data will arise.
Not
Hello?
arise. Erase. Erase. After
Okay.
some time, the data will be erased or purged
Okay.
uh, by default if you do not set your retention policy,
Okay.
archiving policy.
But if we need some details regarding that erased data, we can get.
Um, Erase data, whatever data you use.
After 1 year, it's automatically by default it won't be erased. But if we need to search something regarding that data, we can
You
get
can,
it. Or
if in that case, see, if the data is deleted, there is no way you can get it unless you push the data back. If you have the data stored somewhere, you can re-index the data because you don't consider Splunk from from the storage perspective. Consider Splunk from the indexing perspective because you are getting this log file right here. What we did is we just wrote error and it searched for it. This is due to the indexing. It indexed all the keywords, so that's why it could find out. If you see here, I can select the thing, right? If I hover my mouse here, it selects HTTP. It goes to localhost, and then I can take this whole block, or I can just select. Hold on a second. I can select 800 here, but it's not probably working here. But yeah, when I right here, if I just write 8,000, it will read this all. So, so that is the advantage we have. So Splunk is about indexing. So even its license is about indexing, not the daily volume. You can store 1 TB of data every day, doesn't matter. But you cannot index more than your license volume. If your license volume is 1 MB or 5 MB, even if you have 1 TB of data, still it doesn't matter. You can still be able to store index 5 MB. That is the thing. Now, Ravi, you had a question about is there any limit to store the data? Yes, there is. There is a configuration file where you can do it. I'll show you while we index it.
yeah.
While we actually go to that part. That's a good question. Thank you. Yes, there is a limit. So you can limit the data. So we can give the data a time, which is in seconds, right? Remember, the time is in seconds. So if you want to store the data for 6 months, so you need to convert the 6 months into seconds. So 6 into 30 into 24 into 60 into 60, yeah, into 60. So this will be the number of time the Splunk will retain the data. After that, if you do not have any archiving policy set up, it will erase or pass the data by default. Otherwise, it will run the script and store the data to there. Make sense? Okay. Any question?
Yeah, the duty of this Splunk is to see the errors, that's all, and see the
Not
time.
only errors. Not only errors. I just gave an example. It's not only errors. You can do a lot of things. I'll go into the detail in next class. But
Okay.
not only errors. That was just for my example. I just took an example. Okay. Any question?
Um,
Okay, guys.
can you say a Splunk in a line that what is the Splunk? Can you say it last?
In a single word, I would say this is the best one for me.
Sorry?
If you can see my screen, so this is the best line,
Yeah.
best example, best explanation for this.
Log files, okay.
Log files.
So it's a analytic tool. It's an analytic tool which you can use to analyze the machine data, and it can also be used for operation intelligence and business intelligence. So that is what Splunk is used for. But I know that you have a lot of questions about it right now. But
Yeah, we are just.
I understand. I understand. I really appreciate that you have these questions because more questions you have, more you get clear about the concept.
Mostly we are from non-IT background, so we.
I understand. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So, yeah, get these questions. I would say do the best thing would be to note this down, and in the next classes, I will try to explain answer all those questions. Right now, you do not have the background to understand all those answers. Even if I answer you right now, you may not be able to understand them. So I would say note these questions down as we move on with the classes. Most of the questions will be answered. And if you still have any other question unanswered, let me know. I'll answer them.
No.
And if I don't know, then I'll find it out for someone. Don't worry. But I'll answer them.
How long the course will take?
It's normally doesn't take more than a week. That's just it's a 12 makes a 12 to 15 hours course based on your questions and how much you are interested in. And yeah, because after that it's a practice because you can all download Splunk at home and then you can practice. I suggest even for my other guys, I suggest that you download Splunk. You go to splunk.com, download Splunk, and then on the next classes we'll go into the details.
Okay.
You can understand. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. And
Okay.
I see
Hello.
that some other guys have joined. So I would request you to drop off.
Okay.
We'll continue the next class here.
Oh, can I have your name?
Mail ID.
Yeah, mail ID or your name.
Sure. You can mail me here.
Or can I have your name?
The first word is my name. No, it's not 46. But that is my name.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
If you have any question, you can email me here. Okay.